Legionnaire and also now you please give your attention to the commander. Thank you. The job. Wow. I guess I better turn my phone off too before I get in trouble. I hate for him to yell at me. Okay. What's that? Yeah, I'm a minute late. I was going by that clock. I've been late one time in the last 3 years. Give me a break. Anyway, all right. All stand. Colors being in place. Face the flag and salute. 2. Chaplain. I'm gonna do my neck in the impersonation tonight. So you pray with me. Father in heaven, we're grateful for the privilege of being here tonight to this meeting. I pray, Father, as we go through the business sessions and all the things that are going on, that you give us wisdom, give us knowledge, it's respect for one another, and let us always pray for one another and our brothers in combat. Thank you for our commander. Bless him as he leads our meeting tonight. I pray. Amen. All members and guests in attendance, please remain standing with your cap removed and placed over your heart from the opening prayer to the Pledge of Allegiance to the POW MIA ceremony. Pledge of Allegiance. I'm in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the God which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Resolution 288, POW MIA Chair. Resolution 288 is adopted at the 67th American Legion National Convention, and it calls for designating a POW empty chair at all official meetings of the American Legion as a physical symbol of the thousands of American POW MIAs still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts involving the United States. This is a reminder to all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the reparation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Please cover. We recite the preamble. For God and country, we have settled still Constitution and the United States the name all impossible and yes, so all then promote peace with order and prosperity, principles of justice, freedom, and democracy. The Constitution is centered on friendship, and qualities of mutual help. You may be seated. A little bit warm in here tonight. The air conditioner is working as hard as it can, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Okay. I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to the American Legion Post 52 monthly meeting. What? He's gotta leave. I gotta leave Post 62. What? We'll look over you this time. Because we understand it is Harold. So anyway, I have to pick on him. But anyway, here tonight, I think we might have a few visitors. I think we've got some people that have been away for a while and come back. Now, Miss James is one that hadn't been here for a few months. It's good to see her back. And who was it I was talking to a while ago? That oh,
No, Ponder is a new member.
new member. All right, that's another one. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. Go ahead and please tell us about yourself, just a little bit.
Well, I'm a native of Pickens County. I've lived here all my life. I've been involved in a number of endeavors. I practiced law for quite a while, and I was a municipal judge. And then I went to the school system and worked with children that had issues that needed help. Run a farm in Dacusville, and I'm married and have one son that I'm very proud of. And I'm most proud of being a member of First Baptist Church here in Easley, and I'm proud of my faith in my Lord and Savior.
Standing. Good. We're glad to have you. And then we have another new member. Actually, it was a transfer in, Eddie Hornsby. He's a Navy guy. And he was persuaded to come by his wife Linda. And she's here tonight too. So, ladies, yeah. I don't know. The ladies seem to be more on the ball than you guys sometimes. Okay, Eddie, put you on the hot seat.
My name is Eddie Morsby. I'm retired from the Navy. I'm a bubblehead. Been submarine for 20 years, 20 something years. I currently work at GE, and my wife Linda taught me in the well. I didn't know this place even existed. So we kept riding by here looking at your apartment complex over here going, is a post in the apartment complex?
Used to be.
Yeah.
Actually, we still have some. So, yeah, we used to meet in the community room over there until we kind of outgrew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no way we'd get this many people packed in there, not comfortably. So this building became available from the city, and so we kind of jumped on it, did a little bit of remodeling, opened it up a little bit, and so we're making do with what we got for now until we have to do it again.
I'm looking forward to being an active member.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
We always tell the Navy thanks for giving the Army a right to be there.
Well, you would have never found a beach.
A little rivalry in here. Angel, did we ever put you on the hot seat?
Did not.
No.
Not this
Gotta do it.
Oh, man.
Don't let him put it. He likes to talk.
Yeah, I know that. He kept me here for 2 hours one night.
I apologize.
He had help though.
My name is Andy. 31 International Garden. I just recently enlisted. I have 5 kids, 3 stepkids, 2 beautiful little girls. So 3 beautiful girls. Everything I do is for that. Look at being here. Because I've already tried to like do some stuff that can get himself. And I'll always have a big believer in teamwork. For the part of the group.
Glad to have you, Angel. What was the last name again you didn't say? Last name. Carrera. Carrera.
Yeah, he'll keep
I can't roll my R's like that. Okay. Hey, we're all having fun here. Okay. All right. Anybody else? You look new. Yep.
My name's Joe Poole. I've been Marine Corps Reserve for 6 years, 69 to 75. I'm 75 years old. And I've been donated to the American Legion and VFW for years.
Mhm.
And I guess about a month ago, I got this letter from Greenville, and a letter from this post that I could join this post or that post. I think I talked to you,
Maybe.
somebody,
Gary.
I think I talked to you about joining. So he told me when your meeting was, I wrote down here, I found the thousand place. I'm actually the senior to here what it was. But, I'm just interested in what the American League is. I just thought it was a place to give money to. Be honest with you. I just here to find out what y'all do. They talked a little bit of film about the involvement in the community. It sounds like something I would like to be involved with. So I'm a member of Mount Airy Baptist Church. Been there since 1991. And my Lord Jesus Christ is so 16 years old. So, I'm proud of my faith, just like I'm proud of all my family. So, so I work for the Lord as well as for this country. So, I'll say first night here, I'm here to learn that.
Well, and we're glad to have it. When you say, what are we all about? And some people think that that's all we do is take up money. And for a lot of it, if you talk to Sam, that's all he does is take up money. But he is our top fundraiser. So I can't complain. But the other side of it is we try to do other things in the community and we're trying to evolve a little more into it. We built a really good, actually, I'm outstanding honor guard. I've got Rick Stover and Richard Mintz has done wonders with it. Got the guys in uniforms. They look great, doing a great job. And we're beginning to get a few more calls for them. Matter of fact, I think they were fighting over here for Veterans Day, weren't they? So we got that going. And if you're interested in being an honor guard, talk to those guys. We got other things going. And one of the things that was brought up is like when Angel said he was a member of the National Guard, I want to go ahead and just hit this real quick while we're doing it. The Easley battery, B battery, second to the 63rd 88, they deployed Saturday. Well, left Saturday for deployment. They're going to be gone like 400 days, and they're going to be going to Syria. So they're going to be out there for a while. And you're looking at, we're not that far from Christmas. Here they are, they're gone. I have reached out to the National Guard Family Support Group, and we have, so I've got to contact with them and find out what some things that may be to help out the ones that are still here that did, or so the families that of the deployed people. If they have any issues or anything, if something breaks in the house and they need somebody to fix it or whatever, give us a call. We can work on it. Also ask Michelle, I think you had brought this up about doing some kind of packages or Christmas packages, whatever for them. Not sure they'll probably be in country by Christmas, but we may not have the address yet. So we may not get to that, but basically, she said she would provide me with addresses so that if anybody wants to send a package, they can. So we can work and do things like that. But yeah, we need to support those guys and their family, and because that's part of what we are and what we should. So anyway, I just want to kind of address that one before I forget it because it wasn't exactly on my agenda. So, all right. Where was it? Did I miss anybody welcome? Yeah, I've got Mike Church. He's here for his 2 annual meetings.
Yeah.
So no, he's going to be here for a while, which leads me into the next thing we're going to talk about is sick call. We got the usual people on there. We got Critter, Humphrey, Larry Holcomb, Brett Paco, Lonnie Saxon, Stuart Baylor, Dr. Shepard, Ben Houston, Dave Piot. Doc, how's Dave doing?
Dave's not good. His legs are so weak he can't walk. Kent and I went to see him today. So he's over at the Presbyterian home for some rehab, try to get him back walking.
Okay. Keep him in our prayers. Phil Prevett, Charles Vaughn, Charles Atkins, Harold Whitlock, Jim Stewart, James Taylor, and Mike Church, who is gonna be going on some major surgery here pretty soon. So, yeah.
And we need to add probably John Carpenter to that list. His back got really cool from working on the storm and that kind of stuff. He's been hard down. We've been staying in touch with him.
Okay. All right, John Taylor. Carpenter. I'll get it right.
Paul Smith,
Well, yeah, Paul's not here tonight either.
he's according to someone told me he hurt his back. The doc told me.
Yeah, I talked to Paul today, and he's having some back pain and said he couldn't get here tonight.
Because he's a very active member here too, and he's our other salesman. What can I say? You guys are good. Okay, all right, let's get into the fun stuff. Get it over with.
All right,
Sam, do your thing.
we are down to 5 cents from all the appliances. That's some new. We're in the process of doing refunds to the people who had made payments for the golf tournament. So that's on the works. But the good thing is we have sold $1,500 worth of flags this past month. Wow. Well, flags and lanyards. $100 worth of lanyards. I have built Charity Day tickets, $5. You can buy a ticket. Tickets built the 5th through the 8th, 8th through the 10th of next month. You get the $5 back when you purchase something at Bell. We've been doing this for about 8 years, and Mike's helping me about wore out. So we've had some people bring some wood in for rings across America, but we need to come up with more money for these so that we can continue it on for another year. It's only 6-8 weeks away. December 14th, I think it is.
Yes.
So, yeah, we need help from members and go out and ask people to give $17 for a wreath. We have 400. We put down 400 wreaths every year at Robinson Memorial Gardens. We have 500 coming in. Church put some on there.
We get 25.
25. We also put them on the Malden Cemetery down. And there are a number of people that come in and just buy ones so they can take it to their own place. But that's where we are. You can bring money. I take all kinds.
Take more money to it.
What I say.
What he didn't quite say is we need at least $4,500 between now and Christmas,
Right.
so that we can pay for next year's fees. In other words, the reason we got right now are already paid for, but we got to replace. So we need at least $4,500 to be able to do that.
If we do again this year, you can buy it for that price.
Yeah, that's true.
You get 2 for 1 if we write a check in January. So I need the money to be able to write the check so that we can have it coming next year.
It's a big thing. It's very popular. And also, while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and advertise it. Glen Reed's Cross American Happens. We love for as many people as we can to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Henry.
Membership.
Dear to my heart, membership. We're sitting at about 53+% right now.
We're a part of District 13. Right now, we dropped from first place to third place in 24 hours on membership. So we need to get our membership in, not from our post, but all posts as part of District 13 and get back up there. We'd like to be at least 90% by the end of the year. Christmas time. We can do that with 50%. Our dues are $60. Go online, sign up 1 year, go online, sign up for 3 years. Sam through the credit card machine, he takes cash.
Venmo.
Venmo, whichever how you want to say it. We need to get our membership. Go ahead and get our membership in, and we'll get back and move on to, say more important things, but we'll move on to other projects. And you don't keep hearing me hollering about membership. So, I appreciate those of you that have stepped forward, already gotten it knocked out. I understand your membership runs from January to December. We started in July, asking you to review and get it out of the way. You've got to remember, here we are at the end of October, November's coming up, full of holidays. December's coming up, full of holidays and other stuff. So you kind of put dues on the back burner. So that's why I encourage you, go ahead and get your dues. If you want to do them online and you don't know how or you can't get it done, give me a call. I'll walk you through it. It's not very complicated at all. Richard man wore me out. He taught me more than I thought I did. But he did it. And he pretty much did it on his own. But he taught me some things that even I didn't know about. That's it. Thank you.
Did you want to hear anything about the district meeting while you?
District meeting, yes, sir. District 13 met this past Saturday. First Vice Commander, spoke. A lot of, I do have a apologize, I didn't print them off, but I can. He did have some pamphlets for any of you that suffered loss through either your post, which we did not, thank goodness, or to your dwelling, and you want to apply for funds from the American Legion. There's a form to do it, and you can get them set right back in. We're looking forward this year. Our goal for membership, we're back to membership. This year, the goal for South Carolina is 20,523. I don't know how they came up with 23. So we've been hitting 20,000 mark now for the last 4 or 5 years. And some years we get there, some years we just miss it by 5 or 10 people. This year it's moved up to 20,523. It's what we're looking for a goal in South Carolina. Now you're looking at people have at least 50,000 veterans in South Carolina that are not members of the American Legion. Are you gonna say that? Next question? I got a minute. Report. Number one, you signed up with the VA? If we set you by the hand, we're gonna get you signed up with the VA.
See me or Melody.
Yeah. You need to do that. I don't care how good insurance you have, sure. You need to do that. One of the biggest things we do is lobby Congress to increase those benefits. We also have a program for veterans' widows and their children. We have a national program for veterans' children. We have oratorical contests for our school-age children, middle school through high school. Whenever that thing walks away with $25,000 scholarship. And it's like pulling hen's teeth to get a kid to stand up and listen. I'll sign the Constitution before he dies. American Legion Baseball, American Legion Ladies Softball, Palmetto Boys State, Palmetto Girls State. South Carolina leads the nation in example of Palmetto Boys State. A lot of states have modeled their program from our program. It's that good. So that's a small smidgen of what American Legion does. We do things that other people don't even think about. We don't think about it either. We just do it second nature, step right in and take care of it. Had a call a couple of weeks ago. And mile of road. Kentucky. He just doesn't have money. That's it. He was working with another organization. They got time to do what they did at the beginning. The first thing they did was call us and say, look, this is tied up. Can you help him immediately? Can you do this immediately? He doesn't have money to buy groceries. So, yeah, we don't do that, obviously. We don't have the means and the methods to go out and investigate every case, but that organization does. And they're working really close with us. They're keeping us and finding things out, telling us, where we can help, asking for our help. And that's just, like I said, that's a smidgen of what we do. We do things, we wear our little pointy hats and we have a good time. If you think you're going, we like to laugh, we like to eat, like everybody else. If we invite and encourage anybody that is a veteran, come talk to us. You may not like us. I hate to think that, but you cannot. There's other posts out there that you may be better suited for, and I'd love to see you to go there rather than not join it all. Get involved. This is your last hurrah. Get involved. Help a kid. Help a veteran. That's what you can do with American Legion. I'm good. I feel it's getting better, but you ever run out again? Huh? Did you ever run out again? Yeah, occasionally.
No.
Not often. Just to kind of follow just a little bit on what he said there. I have not been able to find out a good number for how many veterans are even in this county. Right now, they're telling me there's somewhere around 9,253. But that count is only from what is registered in VA healthcare. That's not counting all the people that's never walked in the door over there at the VA office or tried to let us know any other way that they're in the county. And really, we need a good number of how many veterans we have. So if you haven't been to the VA office, you need to come by and we get you in there so you can get some numbers. And because one, if I can get enough numbers, I might be able to get another person in there and speed things up a little bit. And also following something else he said about as far as helping people, I've run into twice in the past 3 weeks of people who have been displaced by the hurricane. And basically, they don't have a home anymore at all. And they came in and said, hey, can you help us? So at the same time, it was visiting some of these other organizations and trying to guide them to the right place. But at the same time, I'm pulling money out of my pocket to buy the guy lunch. So, he was that broke. He'd used every bit of money he had, and he was on disability. His paycheck wasn't even coming until the first. So that's still another week and a half away. So think about some of these people, and keep them in mind because they really need our help. Okay. All right. We're off our soapbox. We'll move on now. Okay. Committee for updating the bylaws. Dick Myers, Paul Smith, Cindy Carter, and Rick Stover, and Dan. I keep forgetting them.
You're so small, and we're just take over yet.
He's always sits back so quiet. Anyway, they have pretty much completed the work on it, still awaiting approval by the executive committee. And as soon as we get that done, hopefully we'll get it out and get it ready to you guys so that you can see what kind of changes we're going to make or hope to make. Okay, the auxiliary held yard sale this past weekend here at the post. And I think they did a good job cleaning up the building afterwards. Okay. They also donated most of the clothes and stuff that you have from there to hurricane relief, which is good. I don't know how much money you want to give a little bit on what y'all did?
Yes. Michelle Church put all this together, and we're so grateful to her.
I'm not a good organizer, but if you need one, she's your girl. But, we were able to sell on Friday and Saturday, $992,
All right.
which will go to, North Carolina in the situation that they're in, where it can be best used.
Good.
And we appreciate all of you that donated. Thank you so much. And, you know, God knows who needs it. So we've done our part and we're gonna let him do the rest.
Great job, sir. Okay.
We were hoping that you, and members would consider us to, become a drop-off point. Because now I've been in touch with the people that we've dealt with going to North Carolina. They're in their second phase now, which is basically demolition and, you know, trying to rebuild. So they have a very distinct kind of specific list of items that we really couldn't help with. So we are gonna take our money, we're gonna buy the items on that list and ship it up. That's what we're gonna do with this proceeds. But we also were interested in becoming a drop-off point for anybody in the community that wanted to donate but wasn't sure where they could go.
Yeah.
So
I don't see a problem with that. Do you have the list that you could publish?
it's very expensive, like propane heaters and rubber gloves and.
Cool. Yeah. See if you can give me that list and I'll see if I can incorporate it on our webpage too.
Oh,
So,
We'll post it on the new Facebook page too.
yeah. But, you, executive board, y'all got any problems with this being a drop off for that? Well,
thank
so
you.
somebody make a motion in here.
I make the motion.
Second.
Make church say, all in favor say aye. All right. That was taken care of. All right. Let's see, October 14th, Sam and Paul Gillespie and the fire department changed out the flag and lanyard at the community bank. And then on October 8th, they also did another one at the Town and Country Shopping Center. So you've been keeping the fire department busy. They got their training in for the month.
They love it. They love to come out.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, those that don't know, this used to be the fire department's admin office. Where we're at. Okay. Okay. Belk's Charity Day Sale. Sam's already filled in most of that. But yeah, we still need people to help out with that. See my church.
We're gonna work the next 2 Saturdays. And the following Friday. So.
I think I have everything still.
There's something missing on it. October 19th, November 2nd, and November 8th and 9th.
No, October 19th, October 26th, November 2nd, November 9th.
That's the 25th now.
Okay, somebody's confused.
19th,
Yeah.
26th,
Something.
the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
We
doc,
already done 19th.
yeah. Well,
So
I was going off what
20,
I'm saying.
we got 26th,
Next Saturday.
next Saturday, the 2nd,
Which will be the following Saturday.
and the 8th.
Okay. All right.
Not doing the night.
For the next 3 Saturdays.
Next one.
Wow, but 2 Saturdays on Friday. Friday is actually a day you can, it's on the 8th, which is one of the sale days. So as soon as we sell
They can use
them, they can use
Okay, moving on here. Okay, on the 25th through 27th of October, we have the American Legion Conference down in Columbia. I think there's some people signed up to go on that. And just kind of throw that out there. If you've never been, y'all can go. It is interesting. Okay. November 2nd, right after you get done with your Southern Phelps charity tickets. Golden Creek Baptist Church from 4 to 6 p.m. The Veterans Appreciation Dinner. It's free. Show up. Barbecue, fried catfish.
Were they having barbecue, you said?
Sorry. You can have a catfish dip.
Oh.
Okay. It's I think this is about the 7th or 8th year you've done that, and always comes out pretty good. But 4 to 6 p.m. Bring you have a hat and spouse. They get free lunch too. Actually, it's a dinner.
They brought me a plate last year afterwards, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know who did it, but it was great.
I will put it this way: if you can't make it there for some reason, I know some people have difficulty driving after dark, whatever. If there are somebody who wants a dinner, let me know. We'll bring it to you if you can't make it there. We have done delivery. Okay, November 3rd, Veterans Parade in Liberty. It's the Pickens County Veterans Parade. That is, we were supposed to be the host on that. I'm getting there.
3 o'clock, parade starts.
Parade starts at 3. The actually from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, there's going to be some food vendors there. We're going to be there with popcorn and also trying to recruit anybody we can. And I've also invited Post 67, Liberty Post 62.
And there's 67.
Steve Townsend, to be in the booth with us, and and we work with them and try to help them out. They're struggling. Tree fell on their post. They don't have insurance, and so right now they're really struggling trying to get it, figuring out how to get it fixed. They're waiting for somebody to offer them some money. I guess I know they put in Legion money, but I'm not sure what else. But anyway, from 1 to 3, it's food, vendors, kids zone, a little bit of entertainment. Then at 3 o'clock, parade. Sam will have his car there. Doc's gonna ride with you. Basically, the idea behind the parade is, if you're a veteran, the parade's for you, so we're gonna put you in it. And it's a little bit of fun. It don't last all that long, but the more we have in it, the longer it'll last.
Do we ride or we gotta walk?
Ride. I ain't walking around that. No, it's about probably about 4 blocks from it.
Half mile probably total.
Yeah. So, but either way, it's not bad. And then hopefully we'll have some kind of something for a show afterwards. The group that we had that was going to do some music for us canceled on us, so I'm still working on trying to figure out who we're going to get to replace them. But either way, that's on the 3rd. Like I said, the appreciation dinner is on the 2nd. If you plan to attend the dinner, please call it 898-5926, the Veteran Affairs Office, and just let us know a number. We know how many people, so that we have an idea how much food to have.
What's that number again?
864-898-5926, I think. I can't read that back there. Well, 5926 or 5928, either one. Okay?
There it is.
Okay. Now let me back up one here. The Walnut Hills is postponed because of the hurricane and everything, and everybody's been displaced. We decided it would be best to postpone it for a few months. So sometime next year, it's going to be rescheduled to come in. I'm just waiting for them to let us know what the available dates are that it can be here. So as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. But right now, everything is just kind of on a hold for it. If anybody has donated to it, you know, we can hold the money until it comes, or we give you money back if you want it back. Uh, right now, it's just postponed, not canceled. Uh, speaking of which, you know, we'll need when we get to reorganize and everything, I will need some new committee members and everything else to help put this thing together. Because overall, it's going to take like 200 volunteers to support this once it gets here.
Will it be in November too, next year?
I don't know. I told them to move it out at least 6 months. So but they haven't got back to me. They haven't actually got their schedule finalized yet for next year. As soon as they get it finalized, it's wherever we end up in. And I told them, I said, just don't have it June, July, or August. Too hot. Yeah. Anyway. All right. And then I think yep.
Speaking of the wall that heals, we do have benches that were made by Scotty, Melanie's husband. He made them for the wall that heals for people to sit on and stuff while are there. But we are raffling off 2 of them. So $10 a ticket gets you a chance to draw either one.
They're
You
all.
will be in both drawings, correct?
What's that?
It's the same tickets for both drawings.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So buy once and you got a chance at both.
We're
Each
gonna
row
put
of
50.
the seats. Beautiful stainless steel benches, great for outdoors at your house or wherever.
They're powder coated and they're pretty nice.
Walt and I both have tickets, so I don't know who else, but
Actually, there's not many tickets left because they've been selling. I said, no, you gotta give me something. I gotta at least give you a chance over here. But anyway, and then I think speaking of raffle tickets, aren't we gonna be getting raffle tickets pretty soon?
Those up at the convention.
Yeah, so we have a raffle coming again. Probably about the same as it was last year, $25 a ticket for the last 2 years. That's a good fundraiser for us. So the golf tournament, that has been canceled. Say I brought that up right.
Postponed till spring.
Oh, postponed till spring. Okay.
That's what Tommy says.
Okay. I was getting kind of.
That's what they do to be a catch. They gonna give us a.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's another fundraiser that we're down this year.
I do have a replacement fundraiser. My neighbor donated 2 very high power airplanes for the yard sale. I talked with the auxiliary. He donated 2 of them. Both of them he paid $550 to $700 for each one of them. If we can raffle those off, 100 tickets per rifle at $10 a ticket, we make $1,000 each.
Get with me afterwards.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah. All right. Next. But yeah, it's probably good fundraising. I'm just trying to think of who. Okay. There we go. I'll see a better one. Yeah. Okay. What else did I have? Yeah. We can get all my agenda done on the slide, so we're gonna go with what we got. Okay. There's another one that's thrown out there. I think it's November 7th through 11th is what they call Operation Greenlight. Operation Greenlight. It's where it's been in the past for several years, and I forgot the flowers. Basically, put a green light on your front porch. You guys have seen them. Okay, what this is for is supposed to be recognizing your first responders and your veterans, whatever, and that's what it's for. It's Operation Greenlight. I think that's November 7th through 11th. So if anybody's interested in doing that, you know, no. And I have cue balls if you need one. Okay. November 7th. Well, let me back up. November 5th. Hey, that's election day. That's your favorite day. Okay, get out and vote. But I can tell you right now, from the looks of the early voting, I'm waiting till election day to go vote because there won't be anybody in line.
I've been by 4 times and the line's so long, I'll wait until another day.
I did it today. The line was outside the library. And
Took me 30 minutes.
it took me
Yeah.
20 minutes. The
But-
line moves. The line,
20 minutes.
how much, 120?
Or 20
Did you go yesterday? Oh, you can't.
Yesterday,
Bill, you think
yeah. Anyway, yesterday I went down to the office. It was like it took me 20 minutes just to find a parking spot.
No problem.
So, but yeah, there was a lot of people there. It's been that way for 2 days. And, so I don't know how many have voted, but there's been,
25,000.
yeah, because they, I mean, there's people are really turning out for it. So either way, yeah, let your voice be heard. November 7th, that's National Night Out at Town Square. That event is to focus on police officers and firefighters in our community. And of course, the post will be there, handing out popcorn and flags, and they'll have flags and hats for sale.
Yeah.
I guess you're selling the popcorn too?
No,
Okay.
no, let's do it that way.
Okay. Popcorn is a draw. Okay. November 11th, at 11 a.m., Robinson Memorial Garden, Powdersville Road. That's one of our biggies every year of doing the Veterans Memorial that we do. We'll be there. So it starts at 11. Of course, our honor guard will be there as well, and I'm assuming we have Lieutenant Commander Sean Summerall, the Navy Junior ROTC at Easley High School director, to be our speaker. And of course, the ROTC cadets have been invited to attend as well. We're trying to utilize them guys a little more, get them out and get them into things. But either way, if you had never been to one, you might want to show up. And plus, I'm trying to shorten it up this year so it's not quite as long as last year. When Diane Robinson reads off all the names of the people who have been, passed away in the last year, of veterans, that list can get pretty long at times. So and I talked to her earlier today, but I didn't ask her how many was on the list. But
You did too. Talk to him.
yeah, but I did say that I was going to try to shorten up our program, and she said good. So I don't know what that means. So either way, all right. And then of course, right after the color guard gets through with that program, then they got to run to Greenville and doing a dedication for a private memorial over there. So honor guard's staying busy. Okay, November 12th at 7:30. This is a change from initial. It was usually on Veterans Day. Crosswell Elementary School. Usually I have Jerry and
I invite all of you to come out. We'll have a ball.
yep.
Absolutely.
Put it this way: you got Jerry and you got the chaplain out there dancing a jig and all this and cutting up. But I mean, the kids are loving it. And it is. I wasn't there last year, but the year before last. And these kids walk in and they're saluting you, shaking your hands, whatever. And I mean, it makes you feel good. So
They line the halls.
yeah. Okay. All right. Next, I'm trying to hurry up, Rick. So, okay, Christmas dinner date. We still haven't set on anything on that because of a couple of things that have changed with our fundraisers. About the most that we have right now is Tommy has come up with a location that we may be able to use, but we still have to have a caterer for it. And then, of course, Nick threw out his favorite of Silver Bay.
Oh, Really?
Is there a nose?
But
Well, but they do have a room back there.
that bathroom
Yes.
is so noisy you can't hear yourself.
I've been in there, we are perfectly good meat.
I-
We're not giving them here.
You got to remember, you're a Baptist, right? If there's food around, y'all gonna be eating, not talking.
Those, you know, those people.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Anyway, if anybody wants to pick up on this and kind of help out and get us a place and get us a Christmas party, feel free to come up and volunteer. Because right now, if we're gonna have one, we're gonna have to work on it pretty hard. December 14th is the Easley Christmas Parade. December 6th is the Pickens Christmas Parade. And I'm assuming that we're planning on being in both.
If possible, we got right after yourself.
If we can get there. Have to work on something for a float though, because I'm not walking it. December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. December 14th, Wreaths Across America. That is at 10 o'clock, I think. At Robinson Memorial. The Easley Junior ROTC will present colors during that and kind of give our color guard a little bit of a break. They're still going to do the rifle salute. And of course, Sam with caps. Okay. And we definitely still need $17 each for wreaths. And we really need to push that. Okay. All right. I'm done. Okay. Now, Chief Rick Stone, U.S. Navy, retired. Please come up and take all the time you need, Chief.
Good evening, everybody. Rick Stover here, so for those of you who don't know me, and I'm gonna go really somewhat quick over my
We're in the South, got caught, so.
yeah, well, and Jerry, you know.
Take your time.
I love it, brother. All right, so get started. I enlisted in the Navy in 1978 and retired in 1998. Attended basic training in San Diego. For any of you who have been there. From there, I went to a tech school in Millington, Tennessee, and that didn't go real well. Me and a Marine instructor had a falling out. I punched him. Anyway, that got me a ticket to the USS Forrestal CV-59 out of Mayport, Florida, and I became an aviation ordnanceman once I got on board and did 2 cruises to the Mediterranean. The big thing about being on the Forrestal is that it was a great first gig because you're 19 years old, right? But the big thing was we were chasing Russians, they were chasing us, always hunting and doing that kind of thing. So it was a very busy time, as you can imagine. I spent most of my time on the flight deck, dealing with ordnance and the aircraft. And then I promoted and got sent down to the hangar bay, which was a whole lot nicer. Once I completed my tour there, I decided to re-enlist. And that's when I put in for Deep Sea Diver School and got selected. Went to Little Creek, Virginia, right outside of Norfolk. And started with about 47 guys, and we graduated with 12. So it was a very challenging course, to say the least. And if you haven't seen the picture of me over there on the wall with the dive, I was the last class to get trained in that. It's called the Mark V hard hat. Quite the rig. Very uncomfortable, but you know what? Old stuff works real good. That's why we got Paul. From once I graduated school there, I was sent to San Diego to Ballast Point, the submarine base, and I was assigned to Submarine Development Group 1. To give a little history on that, some of you may be familiar. Everybody heard of Howard Hughes, right? Everybody heard of the Glomar Explorer? The big ship that was a cover. The CIA, basically, the government paid for
this ship to be built under the guise of Howard Hughes and going out and mining manganese nodules. Well, that's not what it was for. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it, but we found a sunken Soviet submarine up in the North Pacific. Now, this is way before my time. But this ship was built to go up there and recover the submarine. And the guys that were in this dive team before my time did some diving on that sub once it got up shallow enough before they brought it into the well deck. Let's see. Oh, the other thing. I got recruited while I was there into a special dive team. We somehow figured out how to get up into Soviet waters and tap their phone lines. And I got selected into that dive team. So what we did, and they canceled the program about the time I graduated from the training. But we had a submarine that had the dive system on board, and we'd sneak into Soviet waters there, and we could come out of the submarine, swap out reel tapes, take them back so the government could analyze them and retrieve a lot of intel. And we did that for a bunch of years. Unfortunately, and maybe it was for a good reason that I didn't get to participate in that, because a lot of those guys that did dive, the Russians knew we were there. They just couldn't find us. And so the sonar was pinged on us a lot, and a lot of those guys lost their marbles, as you can imagine. Some of the cool things that I did while I was at that command, we went to Hawaii to do a training off, which got canceled. We got stuck there, yada yada. But so while we were there, we were because at the time the USS Arizona was taken care of by the Navy and the Parks Service, and so we got to go dive on the Arizona and do a whole survey on it, because that thing, obviously, as you know, has been there for a while and is leaking fuel and is degrading. But it was an honor and a privilege to do it. But I'll tell you what, if you don't believe in ghosts, dive on the Arizona, because I heard screaming and I heard beating on the hull. So it's just kind of weird, right? Just kind of weird. Another quick story. We had a very diverse dive team. We didn't just do submarine rescue, train for that. We had DSRVs, which are the little submersibles. If you've ever seen Gray Lady Down or Hunt for Red October, they've got little mini subs that go down to recover the submariners that are on a stranded vessel. But we also had two small submersibles called DSVs. I think it was the Alvin and something else, but they were like a little two-person submersible with claws on it. I don't know what the heck they did. All we did was launch and recover these things. So, but anyway, we got assigned, or I got volunteered, me and another guy, to take two Scripps marine scientists out off the point so they could tag the whales as they're migrating. And it was pretty cool. I mean, it was sunny California, and they were doing all the work. I just was driving that little inflatable boat, but they spotted a cow. And anybody here that knows about hunting and being around critters, if there's a baby, there's a mama.
Yeah.
And you don't get between the two of them. Well, these scientists don't correlate that. And they tagged this calf, and about that time, Mama come up underneath us, and we were airborne. And fortunately, me and my buddy were not wearing any dive gear. We were just assisting. But the two scientists, one of them got a broken leg, and the other one, I can't think, it was his arm or shoulder. We lost everything. Our radios were gone, all this kind of stuff. Well, drew the short straw, and I had to swim back into the beach about a mile and a half, and then run a couple of miles back to the command. So anyway, it's it's all good when you're young. After that, I was married, and I, like a lot of us in the military that are married, it can be difficult. And so, trying to save my marriage, I volunteered reluctantly for recruiting duty, and it was the worst, most painful, rottenest job. I mean, am I painting a good picture here? Well, irregardless, even though I was home every night, still got divorced, worked 7 days a week, 16 to 20-hour days. This is recruit, who would have thought, right? It's a sales job. I will never be a salesman. And I hate cold calls. So anyway, I completed that successfully and returned back to diving. Prior to going back to my next ship, I had to go up to Bangor, Washington, and to get my quals back up, and got to dive on the Tridents up there. Those are some big boats. Yeah, wow, incredible. Just big, huge missile platforms, right? That's all they are. Anyway, after I got my quals back up, I reported back to the East Coast. Could never get off the East Coast. I don't know why, but to USS Grass, which is a deep ocean salvage and basically a tow vessel. And so our job was to pick up down aircraft, get crashed in the ocean, or pull ships off the beach, or whatever. That's what we did. So it was all deep diving. Pretty enjoyable. Really, really enjoyed it. The nice thing about it was a small ship, about a 90-person crew, compared to a carrier, which is 6,000 dudes. And so pulling into the beach for Liberty was very enjoyable with 90 people compared to the 6,000. After I did my deployment there, diver's tours are only 2 years long, so about the time you start getting familiar and good, they move you. And so next I went to Norfolk, right next door to the USS Yellowstone, which is a destroyer tender, just a big repair ship is all it is. And made a deployment on there. Wonderful duty. All we did was dive and work on the hulls of ships, replacing props, rudders, sonar domes, doing whatever they need in the water. We dove every day, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful gig. And that's when I picked up between the Grass and the Yellowstone. That's when I got promoted to chief, and then I was able to go to diving supervisor school in Panama City for a couple of months, and then I reported to Pensacola, Florida, which Kent is very familiar with, for naval aviation water survival training in school. I became an instructor. We put all the young, soon to be or hopefully to be pilots through. They have to go through water survival training before they get into the actual flight program. And then we also provided refresher training, because every 3 years, once you become aircrew or pilot, you got to go back through. We taught them how to get out of a flipped upside down helicopter, how to get out from underneath their parachute, how to, all this stuff. Just basically survival out in the ocean. It was very repetitious, but it was a good gig, as far as that goes. We trained a lot of other services. We trained NASA astronauts, a lot of law enforcement. Anytime you're flying over the water, it was very good training for these people to get, because if anybody knows about helicopters, there's probably a good chance you're going to crash at some point in your career. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, that is the size of this animal here, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
And I thought he was gonna get up here and say I was a Navy SEAL and I can't tell you what I did.
Smart I got.
I couldn't resist that. And oh, by the way, talking to a friend of mine who did 10 years of recruiting duty for the National Guard, and he swears up and down he's got PTSD from it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah,
It is the worst assignment you could have.
yeah.
Worse.
I know I never wanted it. So, unfortunately, I never got volunteered for it. Dave, did I mention a while ago that you did the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, I did that, and
Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah, I had it on the slide a while ago, but I couldn't remember. I got sidetracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That's why I didn't want to leave you out. He was one of our veterans that said led the Pledge of Allegiance at the county council meeting. Every month we try to have a veteran do that. They love it. It goes across very well, and it kind of draws a little bit of attention to the veterans, to the county council, and any others that are there. So appreciate you for doing that.
And they gave me a nice certificate for frame, and it was very nice.
Yeah, we've had several people that have participated in
Paul
that.
Smith, good one. Me.
Yeah, Paul Smith, Bo Harold. Yeah, so anyway, I didn't want to leave you out. Moving on. Okay, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. Okay. Okay. Dan, you're on. Does anyone have anything to add for the good of the folks?
We are actually getting ready for the baseball season next year. We're starting to work on some admin stuff. And knowing Mike, I've already mentioned that we had very little turnout on the post at the baseball games left from the team that we had. Mostly everyone that was there was working concessions with a gate. So what I'm looking for to help us next year is, and I'm not going to debate or say why or anything like that. Just let us know why you didn't come to the game and what we could do better just so you can come out there. What can we do for you? Because it's free. It's free for members.
And we have.
I would have had a shirt.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I come from a very tradition-filled and very successful American Legion baseball program for years and years, where everybody embraced it. I like the opening day. It's always a good time. They had like something real military with a ceremony, uniform and everything. That opening day is just like a bullseye. It's much what out there.
Yeah, he's just looking for ideas and input on as to, I know a lot of people are going to say one is hot. And some of the hottest days it seems to be during the ball games. Other people just, seem to have something else that takes up their time. But,
But what we had, we probably had like 12 home games. At minimum, I think it's 12, something like that, 12 home games. That ran from June through July, and our team actually made the play for the second round. So they did really well this year. The coach was really good. So it's just, we had one or two members that show up. They're in the stands. Maybe I know the stands can do a lot of work there, but any input, and you can send it to me, send it to Gary, or we can start working on for next year to get folks out there. And might be something out for lunch here for today. Well, we were asked several times, Dave, what members of the post here. I was collecting money. I couldn't really say too much because
Where did it mail that?
Alex Middlefield.
Yeah, I spot it on 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go down that road that's right beside Hotspot. And it's probably a half a mile.
And me and Dan were talking, if you have trouble walking up the hill from the parking lot, we can let you park right behind the dugout. We'll let you in the back gate if you have trouble walking, not a problem. And it's right beside the stands, so.
Of course, if you go in that gate, he's going to try to get you to help self-consent.
Well,
At least get them out.
you have to say that. You have to say that.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Gary's wife makes children.
Oh, yeah. That's Joey Dogs in town.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
No, going up that hill from the main parking lot is kind of difficult. And so you can park on the other side. We try to limit it, but if you, if you got problems walking, you're
I'll even show you on that parking lot. If you don't want to park up there,
yeah.
just to get you in the gate. Well, my son,
Okay. All right, let's wrap. That it?
that's it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything to add? So we can get this wrapped up. All right. Till we meet again, let us remember our obligation to our country can be fulfilled by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be ever a main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful of the honor of our country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy. Please stand and uncover. Chaplain.
Father in heaven, we like to good that we've had to be together tonight as a little meeting. That you bless each one that's here in a special way. Give us opportunity, Lord, as we go through the week to minister to the needs, not just veterans, but especially veterans, that we know that needs our help. So thank you for the opportunity you give us, but let us not, Lord, be ashamed of the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, which is the name I pray. Amen.
And cover. Sergeant Arms, can you cover the POWMIA flag? Please face the flag and salute. 2. I now declare this meeting at Easley Post 52, the American Legion, Department of South Carolina, adjourned.
You're next.
I got tickets for the benches. If anybody needs them.
I just heard that. I have no idea. Was it good? First off, I just,
Yes,